The old adage is the more the merrier, and that may be true even with poetry. I sat with Verb Benders, one of the top-ranked poetry slam teams in the nation, to unpack the dynamics of crafting as a group, how the poems are born, how to write and perform, and a family birthed from the experience.
Bird sings when in the mouth must freestyle.
Thank you for choosing 1-800-AMERICA. How may I help you?
Hello, can you help me?
Hola, citizenship, transferring. Thank you for choosing 1-800-AMERICA. How may I help you?
Hello, America? Why are you so obsessed with women's bodies?
Oh, sweetie, does your husband know you're calling?
What? You put laws forcing motherhood on my womanhood, but y'all can be out here irresponsibly without a plan B. This body is
Mine! With everything but that uterus.
But now what happens to the fetus? There's more legislation on my lady parts than there is gun control after mass shootings.
Repopulating the line you're trying to reach has never been in service. Thanks for choosing 1-800-AMERICA. How may I help you?
Wounded veteran calling for...
Collections. Fund.
No, I need a refund on everything that wasn't in that contract.
That you signed in sound mind, not minding that body of fine print found on the back.
No, I need my hand back.
Oh, you deserve a medal. Tell me, how you reaching out?
No, I need medical. White vets get heroic medals while black vets get...
Put down the list at the VA for benefits. For less.
Like being homeless?
Yes.
Heartless?
Yes.
Limbless?
Yes, haven't you heard? Less is more.
This was a bait and switch. I need a refund.
Oh, you gotta stay at your post no matter how traumatic the stress. Just stay armed. Thanks for choosing 1-800-AMERICA. How may I help you?
Collect call from the school to prison
I'm
pipeline.
not taking
Hello? Is anyone there? I was on my way to Penn State, but wound up in the state pen. I just took the bar exam and found myself...
Behind bars. Haven't we been throwing the book at you? Question, have you ever read Dreams Bound by Shackles?
No, but I bet I could have wrote it. Listen, there's no commas in my sentence. It just runs on consecutively. But the math ain't mathin'.
Cause you're a statistic.
No, I'm the reciprocal. My life been turned upside down by standardized testing. Testing which private prisons to invest in.
The one with the lowest test scores, of course. You're our cash crop. An investment.
Your time has ended.
Thank you for choosing 1-800-AMERICA. How may I help you?
Are you gonna listen to me?
Como se llama maybe, lady?
My parents came to America fleeing from poverty and extreme, introducing me to uncertainty when I was only a kid.
You should have pressed 1 for English.
They had me growing up believing that I could be anything I wanted to be, only to realize that without a social security number, the American dream does not apply to me.
Dije primo uno para inglés.
I am speaking English. How do you explain to a child that knows nothing but this, that she's being shipped back to a country she's only seen on TV?
Sounds like an all-expense paid vacation to me. Thanks for holding.
Are you a machine or a monster?
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Yes, know your place and stay in line. This is the land of the brave, patience, the home of the free shots. Shoot, patience. This is America. Everyone's holding.
Hey guys. Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate y'all. Verb Benders, some of my favorite people. So we're gonna talk about Verb Benders first. Like who are the Verb Benders? Steph, how would you describe the team or give us some history behind the team?
Well, Verb Benders was started in 2016 by Katrina, Hurricane Solaire, and Wesley Frazier Keys and Lady S. The first team that went to Southern Fried Poetry Slam was established in 2017. That was myself, Maddie G, Jenna May, and also Cassandra is Free, and Katrina, Hurricane Solaire was our slam master at the time. And I took over in 2018.
Okay, so a few years, you guys have been around, and then as of recently, you guys are ranked number 3 in the nation.
Yes.
So congrats on that.
Thank you.
You're all individually amazing, right? But one of the things that's always stood out is you guys have these really dynamic group pieces. So 1-800-AMERICA is the piece that we saw. Jenna Mae, did you take the lead on composing the start of the piece, or was there like a framework that you already had in mind or had written down, and then everybody kind of throws, it's like a gumbo, right? Everybody kind of throws something in the pot, or how does a piece like that get started?
It was more so a team effort. It was more so when those ideas came together, let's use this for the group to see what we can do. A group slam poetry piece is like a recipe. Everybody bringing something different to it to make it what it is. More so an idea, it starts from a concept and then it gets expounded upon. It's finding ways for everybody to put their intake on it.
And I love how the narratives kind of get pieced together, and it doesn't, you're talking about a bunch of different things, but it doesn't feel like it's all over the place, right? So like Maddie, when you're bringing in your narrative, What's that process like for you, or where did you already see yourself in the piece?
First, the team has always been very diverse, and there's a lot of different voices. And for us, it's very important that everybody gets to have their voices heard. So I think for us, the writing process, we put out an idea, and everybody takes it with them. They write whatever they want to say, and then I think cohesively as a team, we kind of pick and choose out of whatever you wrote, what kind of fits in there. You bring in what you want to say, and then together we kind of put it together.
Daniel and Atlas, y'all are the newer members on the team. So this might have been, I imagine this is your first group writing experience. Like, what was challenging? What was, did you have any angst or anxiety around like now being in this group and trying to have to contribute? Because writing by yourself is one thing, having to contribute to the group is another. Were there any challenges?
Absolutely. It was a challenge from day one. From the first seconds you walk into the practice room, because before I came, they were 5th in the nation. So we're talking about a room full of some of the best artists in the country already. And now I'm walking into this as my first year and not knowing how to write in group pieces, but the environment itself was so welcoming and accepting, and I could tell they wanted me to be there. We all love poetry, and we're all gonna sit here and create this baby as far as like group poems together. Nice. And everybody had a fair say, everybody had a fair piece in it, and yeah, I love it.
Everybody's writing style is a little different, right? If you know that you have other seasoned writers there, like, do you feel a need to kind of shift how you write, or is this like, okay, well, this is what I bring to the table. When I write my parts to this, I'm just bringing what I bring. Like, what's the direction that you go into when you're writing in a group piece?
I would say yes and no. Like, writing in a group setting, it's like running like a 4x1 relay for track. Everybody's fast. Everybody runs a different kind of way, but if you don't know how to pass the baton, then what's the whole point of running, right? In a sense, it's like I bring my style, I bring my way of writing, but for this piece, it's like, I'm pretty sure like my part is like one of the shorter parts. And even in that, like, how do I bring out like, oh, I'm behind bars and I'm scared and I'm confused. Most of my writing doesn't really portray a scared or confused character. So finding that balance and learning how to proverbially pass the baton.
Adding voices and choreography turns spoken word into a visually captivating experience. In team poetry slam competitions, multiple poets can take stage to perform together in a round. Poets individually may be strong writers and orators, but performances as a group make poems more dynamic, theatrical, and can truly amplify the message.
Say something for me and I would tell you I love you, but I've been struggling with that. You see, I can't shake this feeling of love. Would never let this happen. I tried to love, but I don't know what love is.
George, you're the coach. When you have so many different styles and so many different approaches to the writing, as a coach in the editing process, what's most important? What gets cut? How do you punch up things? What is that process like?
So yeah, the mix of personalities can be beneficial as well as it can be kind of difficult sometimes because we all have different life experiences, right? For a piece like 1-800, it was a huge benefit. So you sit down with this list of all the things that America's doing wrong, and then once 3 or 4 days have gone by and now your arm's tired of writing all of America's nonsense down, you decide, well, who's gonna cover which area of the nonsense? So if we have Atlas saying Semay's lines, I guarantee you he could deliver them. They'd be believable, they'd be strong, it'd be an amazing performance, but it wouldn't be authentic. It wouldn't be genuine. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to do with poetry, is be authentic. And I think any audience or any judges worth their salt are gonna be able to see when it's not.
Leaving the protecting serve looks like blue hammer striking black nails looks like shoot first, ask questions later looks like everyone is legally blind to injustice. Television so blatantly bright, you should see the headlines. The thought is on.
So advice for new teams or people who want to put together these group pieces. What's one bit of advice you could lend, Jenna Mae?
Practice. The same way you would keep singing your favorite song over and over again to get those lyrics and to get them down packed. The same way you would do anything that you want to get down and get it memorized, just keep doing it.
Maddie?
I think two things: communication, and you have to leave your ego behind.
That's actually the perfect notes to leave on. I appreciate this. I love y'all so much. Thanks for doing this. Y'all are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see how well y'all do this coming season.